At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to be talking about the Echo Show 8 3rd generation. Yes, people, I finally got my hands on the brand new beast with a completely new design, an amazing 13 megapixel camera, which is actually right in the center of the Echo for the first time ever. Not to mention the fact that it has some amazing upgraded speakers inside, which are supposedly going to fill the entire room with some amazing crisp and clear audio. And it has the ability to control your entire house, as we all know and love. But the main thing is going to come down to, is it better than the Echo Show 8 2nd generation? Is this thing going to be something that you have to upgrade to, or is it something that you can skip and wait until the next year when it goes on a super sale like the previous Echo Show 8 did? All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So this, of course, is the Echo Show 8. This is the 3rd generation. You can see the stamp of approval right there. There's an image of what's to come in the box. Of course, it runs that lady right there. All right, let's get inside this box, people. All right, first thing you see is the hello, hola, bonjour. You got a standard 30 watt with the Echo pin right here. So this is pretty much standard for most Echoes. You do need to understand that the 30 watt works with 30 watt Echoes, so don't mix these up because some are 15 watts, some are 20 watts. And if you mix them up, the Echo is gonna act a little weird. Take a look at the creme de la creme, people. So I love the way they use their cardboard to cover up their Echo. Let's get inside this Echo box. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel a little bit duped by their photo. The photo of this online makes this look like it's a tiny, almost like a circle back here. All you see is basically like this much of it, like that. I'll throw a picture up right now so you can see what I'm talking about. That is hilarious. I was picturing something completely different back here, more like a speaker with a display on it, kind of like the Echo Show 10 3rd generation with the motion. So this is just a little bit smaller than the previous 8. So we'll look at that a little bit later on, but that is hilarious. Amazon and their photo, whoever's doing their photo is hilarious. That is so funny. Literally the angle is like that, and it makes it just look like there's a smaller, much smaller back on it. So that's funny. All right, enough of me picking nits and complaining. Up at the front here, you have their massive 13 megapixel camera with the ability to pull the shutter and not be peeped on. There you go, that's awesome. Have their HD display right here, which of course we'll be comparing that to the last generation for sure. Up at the top, the buttons are definitely different. You have the plus and minus button over here, and then you have the kill mic button over here. Now, here's something very strange. The microphone ports are on the right side. So the previous Echo, I believe the microphone port was here and here. So now they've pushed it all the way over to the right side, which is kind of bananas, I have to admit. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna stick with just 2 microphones up here. As we go around, we're probably not gonna find any other microphone. It is funny how they're trying to make the display look very thin, and yet it's not. It's very large back here. So that's basically it right there. Let's talk about the materials and the build quality. So it feels basically like a solid Echo build. These things are built really, really solid. They're built to last, and we won't know until we get this thing powered up. So let's get this powered up and get a review in. Okay, let's take a quick minute to look at the original Echo Show 8 right here. So this is the 2nd generation. So you can see the back right here is a little bit different than the new one. We'll take a look at the top up here. You can see the button pressing is completely different. You have 2 microphones in the middle, volume up, volume down, and then you have the ability to kill the camera on the right side. Okay, let's just do a top-down comparison real quick. So you can see the tops are completely different. And then if we take a look at the side here, you can see how it's just a little bit different shape in the back. They trimmed off a little bit in the back of this guy versus that one. But but not a huge difference. Take a look at the side angle here, so you can see this completely tapers down. This one is more of just bulbous. The other thing I noticed right off the bat was this one definitely sits a little bit more at an angle that's vertical, whereas this one leans back a little bit more. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Let me try to adjust it. I don't know if you could see that, but this one is more straight up and down, and this one leans back. Another thing I noticed is the screen on this one. The screen on the Echo 3rd generation is definitely a little bit different in shape than this guy right here. The bottom bezel on this is smaller than the forehead, so you can see that right there. This one seems to be more uniform a little bit. Okay, one thing I just noticed is the glass on the old Echo is actually recessed, and there's a little bit of a lip of the plastic on the outside. But if you look at the new Echo, this is actually really cool. The glass is on the outside, so all the way down, all the way around this thing, the glass is actually on the outside. And I would guess that this glass is a little bit more premium. It's a little bit thicker. So that's really interesting. I don't know. They haven't said anything about the glass per se, so that's really interesting that it's on the outside. It might make for a little bit better of a touchscreen response than the old one. Show me doorbell. Hey, just leave the package. Okay, so there you go. And if you don't want to talk to it, you can literally just jump straight into your smart home right here. Click on your smart home, and then you can go through the different cameras right from this menu right here. You just swipe over until you see cameras, and then you can basically go through all of your cameras that you have very easily. Okay, this is the 13 megapixel camera. It is recording in the glorious high definition, and it is doing a good job of picking up my likeness. The back here is just a wall, so it's kind of dark in this area over here. Obviously, you can tell it's really bright back there. Definitely overexposed for sure, because it's trying to keep my face nice and bright. I don't believe it's going to follow me around in this mode. I believe that's only when you're doing the video calling will it follow you around. But this is in the middle, so I'm looking right at the camera right now, and it kind of looks like I'm looking straight at you. So if we're doing a video chat, then it's going to be really great. You can just look up at the camera, and you're basically not looking off to the side like you would if you were looking up in the top right or left corner. So this is going to give you a good understanding of image quality in a slightly darkened area right here. Looks good. All right, I'm up in my loft, and I'm actually just holding this Echo in my hand. I have it in vlogging mode is what I'm going to call it. So I'm kind of just moving this thing around. I have a window right back here, and I have a light pointed straight at my face. My skin tones are looking a little bit strange, but I'm very, very lit up and very bright. It almost looks like I'm a little bit out of focus, so this camera is not the best of the best. There's definitely better cameras out there. But all I did once again is just ask the Echo to take a video. So you could say take a video or take a photo, and it'll bring up the video or it'll bring up the photo, which is really cool. But this will give you a good understanding if you're going to be using this thing a lot for video. This is how your skin and how your face is going to look when it's in optimal brightness. So there you go. Vlog mode on the Echo, holding it in my hand. It's kind of heavy. All right, we're going to be watching some of my own videos just to get a good understanding of how well these speakers actually work. I'm going to be piping this microphone directly into my camera right here so we can get a good understanding of the quality that's coming out of this bad boy right here. Let's jump into that. Open Silk browser.
welcome to At Home with Lucas. At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to talk about the JBL Vibe Beam. Yes, people, these are earbuds with 8mm drivers.
Okay, there you go. You can see that, or you can hear that this thing has really good speakers built in. They definitely are not lying about that. These speakers are going to fill up a very large room with no problem. They are crystal clear. Some of the audio in this test is not the best because my microphone is not the best in some of these videos. So just imagine playing some or streaming some really good quality audio through this bad boy. You're going to be very happy with these speakers. Definitely a big upgrade. Right, let's go ahead and do the microphone test. So right over here I have my sound machine. It's obviously playing rain sound. We're going to be testing the microphones on this Echo to see if it responds to what I say from all the way over here. I'm probably about 15 feet from the Echo right now. So let's go ahead and give it the test. I'm just going to talk exactly as loud as I'm talking right now. Current weather.
In Indianapolis, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
What is the current distance to Mars?
Today, Mars is 231.9 million miles from Earth.
What's the current humidity?
Right now, the humidity is 82%.
What is 2 times 15?
2 times 15 is 30.
Show me driveway cam.
Okay.
Show me doorbell.
Okay.
Open Netflix.
Here's Netflix.
Okay, here we go. Now we have our train sound going on the speaker. It is much louder than the rain sound, so this is really going to push this microphone array to the test. How close is Earth to the moon?
The moon is 251,200 miles away from Earth.
How close am I to New York City?
New York is 728.3 miles away by car.
Do I need an umbrella?
Rain is expected around 12:30 p.m. It should stop around 1:30 p.m.
Tell me a joke. Oh, she didn't hear that one. Wow. I'll repeat it a little bit louder. Tell me a joke.
What do you call the dark magician? A labracadabrador.
To open Prime Video.
Here's Prime Video.
Wow. Okay, these microphones are definitely better. That is bananas. Alexa, what kind of microphones are in this device?
The device in question uses electric condenser microphones. While USB microphones can employ various transducer types, electric condenser microphones are the most common.
Wow, that is awesome. Definitely big thumbs up. Pass the microphone test. Track lights on. Track lights off. the LED lights on. The loft LED lights off. The kitchen on. The kitchen off. Okay, I've been using this bad boy for long enough that I think I have a full comprehensive review, and let's just start off with the build quality. So this thing is actually really cool. When you come up to it to sort of grab it and do anything on it, your hand rests back here and it feels like you're holding onto a tablet, especially from the top right corner. And I found myself doing that a lot while I was swiping through here, or whether I was going through the menu, the settings, whatever it was. This was really, really nice. And I just wish that they would shrink this back part a little bit more, which is kind of funny because you don't want to lose sound quality and you don't want to lose the good speakers that are in there. And those speakers are actually screaming loud. These are enough to fill up a very, very large room with some good audio quality. And they're definitely something that when you have people over, you can blast this and they'll be like, "Is it coming from here? This thing is producing that?" Yes, this thing is definitely producing it. So speaker quality is amazing. The display is a little bit on the letdown a tiny bit. I wish it was an AMOLED. I wish it was just a little bit blacker when it came to the blacks and a little bit brighter and a little bit more vivid. It's just a little bit washed out, and you can see I'm having to really work hard to get this filmed right. So I have to lower my camera settings just to get this filmed right. Everything has to be kind of dark in the background. So I wish that they would just upgrade this display and put in something that's gonna last years and years to come, because people are gonna buy these things and keep them for quite some time, whether Amazon wants you to or not. Now, if you're coming from an Echo Show 5, this is a huge upgrade. You're gonna love it. If you're coming from an Echo Show 8 second generation, this thing is gonna be a small upgrade. It's gonna look a little bit different, like I keep saying, from this angle right here. You're gonna be able to feel the tablet feel in the top right corner and a little bit on the sides, but that's about it. So if you're coming from an Echo Show 8 second generation, I'm gonna say you may be able to skip this and go with something else. If you are having troubles with your Echo Show second generation, then maybe upgrade to this, but it's really not going to be that much of a difference. You're not going to be blown away, and people probably won't even notice that you have switched to another Echo if they're familiar with your house layout. So it's definitely not a big upgrade. It's definitely not an overhaul. It's not that much faster. It doesn't really have that wow factor that says, yes, I upgraded to a new Echo and it's awesome. The camera being in the middle is really good. The camera quality is not that much better. So it's definitely one that if you're coming from an Echo Show 5, big upgrade. You're gonna love this thing. If you don't have an Echo at all, and this is the only Echo you're gonna have in your entire house, this is probably the one to buy. It's a safe bet. It's a good design. It's not too flashy. It's not as crazy as the Echo Show 10 third generation. So it's gonna not be that bizarre. The user interface is very, very simple. You have a drop down at the top, and then you have the ability to swipe through all your different cards. And then of course you can talk directly to the device and get it to do a lot of stuff. This is the notification bar at the bottom, which is just a part of the screen. Yeah, so all in all, I'm gonna say this is a great Echo. It's a phenomenal buy. I don't think it's gonna cause you to jump out and buy it and upgrade your current device. But if you are buying this brand new, definitely worth your money, definitely worth your time. So I'm gonna give this thing a solid 5 stars. There's really nothing bad about it. As far as an Echo goes, this thing is great. It really does a good job. It's just not a big overhaul from the previous generation. Even though the screen is not the best screen out there, these devices to me are invaluable, and they're an intricate part of my life and my days. So can't live without them. So highly recommended to everyone out there that wants a good Echo. This is definitely one to buy. Definitely better than the Echo Show 5. So much better. Buy it. All right, there you go. That's the Echo Show 8 third generation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. And if you want to join the Adam Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos, and it's because of you guys I surpassed 8K. Yes, people, on my way to 10K, but I need your help. Yes, you right there. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.